Hey everybody, well, we are here with another 3-minute video series, and this is all how to make multiple generational agencies work. And I get the pleasure of working some really, really good ones, some people who are somewhere in the mix, and I've seen some epic disasters, of course, along the way. But I want to show you a couple things that the good agencies that are really working on that transfer and how to take that next generation to fruition have in common. So the first one is clear roles and strategy. So the top agencies that I see that are succeeding as multi-generational, they really have clear guidelines. It's you do this, I do this. And those things stage down on a very set timeline. It's not something that we wing or depends on the day or how we're feeling or who's in Florida for the winter. It's literally very strategic, where every year there's another plan of I'm going to turn this over and turn that over. Where we see it kind of go wrong is when the agency owner is utilizing the agency more just to ride it out for lifestyle, right? What would we do if we didn't do this? And oftentimes they're making great salaries, and sometimes they deserve it for sure. But in order to have a successful legacy, there has to be a point in time where people kind of make that transition. And so it's much, much better to map it out, whether it be, a 5-year outlook and every year with a target, and maybe make some adjustments every year, than it is to sort of wing it with no clear plan. First of all, it's not fair to the second generation or however many generations coming in, because they need to save up and potentially buy into the organization. The other thing is that they're basing their future on this. While there is trust because it's generally a family member, there also has to be some idea of, what that looks like and when and how, just to have a nice, easy, equitable transition. It's also slightly unfair to the agency owner. They don't want to be feeling like you're pushed out or pushing them out. And so sometimes these decisions can be a little overwhelming. In fact, if nothing more, been majorly thought-provoking. But it's time to do that work and put those pen to paper and say, this is what I'm looking for, because that's what the most successful agencies do. They have a plan. The hardest part about multi-generational agencies is when there isn't a plan. And unfortunately, people are signing over agencies in very, very devastating situations. I don't think that's the way anybody wants to make it work. So having a plan doesn't mean that the plan couldn't be adjusted. It means we're all targeting something so we can have the power of rowing in the same direction. So for the sons and daughters out there, it's completely acceptable to work through a plan. For the agency owners, the dads and moms out there, it's doing your family a great legacy to have that plan and work through it and be open and honest. No one's trying to push anyone out. But if it's clear on the roles and responsibilities and what's going to stage up and stage down, that's a big deal. That's our tip for today. Stay tuned for your next 3-minute video. So there's one thing that I'm committed to solving as I turn 40, which is eradicating the word busy from insurance agencies. So often, so many times, we're not hitting our agency's potential just because our team is busy. And sometimes they're busy doing the wrong things. They're over-servicing the least desirable clients, or they're not sure how to manage email and tasks, so they're just working off of 5 different places. Or inevitably, they're taking too many payments, which the carriers can take. There's about 10 different core issues that agencies face with time management, and lo and behold, we have just revamped our time management course to tackle each one by one for your team. What I've found in my experiences is that when agencies feel like there's a little bit more time in the day, the cross-selling increases, the follow-ups on new business explode, and ultimately your team turnover is lower because they're not as stressed. So you might be thinking to yourself, well, how does time management help me grow my agency? It helps you avoid all the obstacles that you're spending too much time on, such as putting out fires. And when your team is working uniformly and collectively and can do this thing, which is raise their hand and ask for help, and you as a leader have metrics to manage backlog, you can dive in and be more productive and efficient for your clients. So it's been said that all of our programs hinge on time management. If you can nail down time management, you can make renewal calls. You can have a better closing ratio. You can run your agency more efficiently and effectively, and that's what I've solved in this course. I hope that you become a student. I hope that you subscribe to our courses, because if your team meetings are lagging and your team needs access to great knowledge, our courses are the answer. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get started moving your team from busy to effective. And let's go ahead and eradicate that B word from all of our agencies. Have fun and let's go kill it, guys. We want to make your agency ridiculously amazing. And all that starts out with efficiency and effectiveness in your client experience. What are you waiting for? Let's go do it.